It's a new ordinance meant to protect those in the LGBTQ community from discrimination. But there are a lot of questions about what that means across Cuyahoga County. Channel 3's Brandon Simmons helps us separate fact from fiction.
Before last night's county council vote, we heard a lot of different things being said about the county's new anti-discrimination ordinance. But here's what you really need to know. Number one, when it comes to housing and employment, people have already been protected from discrimination based on age, sex, ethnicity, religion. We've all heard the list. This county ordinance simply adds sexual orientation and gender identity to that list. Before the ordinance, a person could be kicked out of their apartment just for being LGBTQ. Not anymore. Number two, the same is true for guests and patrons in public places like restaurants and stores. You can't refuse service or treat anyone differently based on sexual orientation. Number three, it forms a three-person commission that will handle complaints and issue fines against those who break the rules. This is not new. Cleveland, Lakewood, and 4 other cities already have similar ordinances on their books. Now it's countywide. And let's clear something up. The ordinance has no impact on who uses which bathroom. There's been a lot of talk about men having more opportunity to commit crimes in a women's restroom and vice versa. The fact is, voyeurism in any restroom, or even worse, assault, is a crime no matter which bathroom you use or who's in there. And you'll be charged whether or not this ordinance exists or not. I'm Brandon Simmons, Channel 3 News.